Tuesday. Um, you can see the old boy's getting a bit hirsute now, getting ready for November. And yeah, yeah, blimey, I felt a bit odd this morning. No, not odd, I felt a bit peed off really. I was sort of like smarting a bit about not getting to London Marathon. And because it was important to me to do it for Age UK in memory of my mum. And I thought I'd got the transport sorted out for going to Northampton this weekend, and like a spanner seemed to get thrown into the works. But anyway, like my friend Ben, he said to me, he said, keep strong, stay positive, and great things happen. And it's pretty good advice, really, because rather than getting bogged down in negativity, I just got on with what I needed to do. Checked out public transport to get to Northampton, and it would have been possible, but what a bloody nightmare. I think getting back on Sunday evening, it took me the best part of 4.5 hours. It's only 50 miles, but anyway, I think I've sorted out transport, so that's not an issue. Um, Got in touch with Age UK and explained the situation, and I told them that I'd sort of run about 55 marathons and what I plan to do this year. They just once they got over thinking how bloody crazy I was. They seemed to be pretty impressed, and I'll be surprised if they don't give me a place. Put it that way. If they don't, well, I'll just have to think again and do something else. But I don't know. I've kind of set my heart on doing London. I haven't done it for 7 or 8 years, and it's kind of like home marathon, isn't it? I mean, London's only just down the road from me, and I've done it so many times now, and I do enjoy it. And there is a sort of special atmosphere to it. But anyway, my daughter, she's applied, but she wouldn't be able to do it this year because it's her final year at uni, and she sent me a link about doing us, the pair of us, doing New York next year. So brilliant. Yeah, we'll go for that, definitely. That'd be absolutely amazing. Hopefully we can hook up with our friend Dorothy and just like have a bit of quality time together. Hanging out in Manhattan, and just sort of like having fun after the run. So something to look forward to. And I think, like I say, I think the transport situation has been sorted out. But it kind of made me realise that if I set goals, I know I've sort of said that I try not to tell people what I'm going to do, but I really do need to set goals, because when I set goals, and definite goals, things start to happen. And one of the goals I set for next year is to do a triathlon in Dubai. And like I said before, and I suppose it was about 2 weeks ago I decided that'd be the time scale for that would be good. It's actually a half Ironman, so that's what's that? That's it's a 1.4 mile swim, half marathon, and I think it's 56 miles on the bike. So yeah, it's doable. It's doable. It's not, it's within the realms. But I don't know, in about the last year or so, I like swimming, but I sort of kind of got right out of the way of doing it. And water fitness is kind of different to your other fitness in as much I don't know why, it just is. It seems to be harder to acquire and easier to lose. And I think that's the trouble. Like if you sort of like if you don't go swimming for a while, you get out of the way of it, and then trying to get back into it, it's really frustrating. Like I can, even if I haven't run for sort of 2 or 3 weeks, I could still go out and probably run like 15, 20 miles without too much trouble. Same with the bike. I could, sort of jump on the bike and do 30 or 40 miles without even thinking about it, probably. Well, think about it a bit. You know, it's dangerous not to. But in the water, you know, if you haven't sort of swum for about a month or so, then you're struggling to, you know, to sort of do 200 metres, you know, and a lot of it as well is to do with I suppose it's the boredom factor as well, you know, like just swimming up and down. Once the endorphins and, you know, your body's natural opiates kick in, then it's absolutely amazing. You know, it's kind of like flying. There's a guy who wrote a book called Waterlog. Sadly, he's no longer with us. A guy called Roger Dakin, and I really encourage you to check this book out. It's a really nice book. It's about swimming, but it's also like the guy was a columnist on the Guardian, and he's got a nice turn of phrase. He's got some lovely anecdotes, and it's just an absolutely fantastic book. And even if you're not into swimming, you know, well, it'll probably get you into swimming for one thing. But he described, you know, swimming as it's like you're flying. Certainly when you're in a swimming pool and you look down and you can see the bottom of the pool, you know. And yeah, I remember Cambridge got quite a lot of mention in his books. I didn't realise it that, you know, in the 19th century, Cambridge was the first place in England where they introduced, you know, the modern freestyle stroke. Someone like introduced it from America and introduced it to I think it was the forerunner of the Grant Swimming Club called the Tadpoles or something, that they regularly used to swim from the mill pond in Cambridge to Grantchester, which is a good couple of miles. And quite dangerous actually as well. There's bits of there that are really, really quite dodgy. But yeah, it's a good book, and God, I'm really rambling. I really am. But I don't know, what am I saying? Yeah, I think what I'm saying is just, you know, like, really just keep positive and keep goal focused. But yeah, I mean, because, you know, like, I've really, you know, I've fallen in love with swimming again, and which is really good. By the way, do you like the old whiskers then? Okay, well, on that point, I think we'll leave it, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Cheers, bye bye.